driving left all the way to the lane, kicks it out to Wells for a three. Rebounded by Toloco. Toloco to Wells. And what a block by Marcus Smart. LeBron gets the Smart. Smart throws up to Aiden. Aiden finally on the board. Got a nice little layup to put up there.
I'm listening to the game. Time for me to do an interview with the art of dialogue. Why? Because you hear all these dudes saying they got their booty popped. I told you. Stars are not born, they're created. Y'all ain't want to listen. You want to be a star? You want to be a star. Sit right here on this couch. Do this right here. Man. Ooh, woo! I'm glad I don't want to be no star. I'm not a star. Yeah. Somebody lied. I got a chopper in the car. Yeah, I'm not a star. Hell no. No wonder these people be acting so crazy. They be going to get Diddy Pop. Man, we got so many stories to talk about. We got the Laker game tonight. They ain't playing nobody. We got the Somalis. They over here now. They talking about they broke in. Then the Somalis talking disrespectful, condescending, telling us we need to get a job. What? Really? Man. How y'all doing out here tonight, man? Kwame, I don't agree with you all the time, but I love your that's crazy. I don't even know how to take that. With today's climate. I don't even know how to what context you mean that in with today's climate. Yeah, man. But all I do know is I've been right about a lot. I do know that. A lot of things the old Busty Bus been right about. Yes, Lord. I've been right about a lot. One of the things I was right about is that stars are not born, they're created. Another thing I was right about is that the biggest thing I was right about is that there's a go along, get along game. And it's a big go along, get along game. It's huge. You can hear it in the stories that these people are telling. Have you seen the Art of Dialogue interview? Have you seen the Tasha K interview? It is real people out there that had to be complicit and cover these things up in order for these things to allegedly happen. They said ain't no go along, get along game, but when I said stars are not born, they're created, and most of these dudes are in a little bunkie, they play bunkie games. I said it. I said these big bros play bunkie games. That's how they get so famous. They get around said white man, white zaddy, and white zaddy want to play with some chocolate. And so they get one freakazoid to go find other freakazoids. You know how us heterosexual straight people do? You know how when you meet a girl, back in the day when you met a girl at the mall, you be like, hey, shorty, what's up? You got any friends? And you want to tell your friend to come and get with my friends. And hell, we could be friends. And we could do this every weekend. See, they do the same thing. They say, hey, Will, allegedly. Hey, Diddy, allegedly. Hey, gatekeepers. There's some Negroes from the hood that want to be famous. They want to get their mama out of the hood, but they don't know how. They didn't work on their talent. They didn't work on their math, writing, and arithmetic. They had hoop dreams. They had hoop dreams just like LeBron. Yeah, now I'm on the run. Yeah, they had hoop dreams when they were young, but it didn't work out. Then they had rap dreams. and then it work out. But it's gonna work out like this. Hey, put this in your mouth, touch this, feel on that, bend over. And then if they don't do it, then it's all she wrote. Back to the hood. And some of these guys can't take that. Some of these guys don't know how to stand on business. Some of these guys don't know how to say, man, funk that. I'd rather be broke. Shit, broke ain't that bad. Everybody want to be famous till they get famous. But hey, man, what do I know? I'm just a bust. That's what they tell you. They don't even understand the simple things that I say. I could walk in Walmart by myself. They don't understand the power in that statement. Your biggest favorite celebrities can't go nowhere. They can't fishbowl in a car. They got to hide behind tent. They got to hide behind security. They got to hide because in this life, it ain't no room for those damn celebrities. It's a room for we the people. And y'all got to stop treating people like celebrities. So maybe we can all get along, but not go along to get along. See, there's a reason why your wife like these celebrities. Hell, you give them so much attention that they're instantly attracted to them. Yeah, your wife want to admire you, but you want to admire goddamn Usher. You want to admire NBA Youngboy. Every second of every day, that's what you listening to. So much so that she want to be like you, so she like them too. Yeah, you don't never try to rap, and you know she like rap. But let me show y'all some of the things. Let me show y'all some of the things I see today. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm driving. Y'all gotta bear with a bus. Cause it's sad out here, B. Nobody don't want to believe a bus. Nobody don't want to believe a bus, man. They all want to jump. See, this we live in a world where they want to jump on a bandwagon when it's too late. When everybody done got great, or everybody done got old, everybody done got taken advantage of, and then they still ain't no justice because ain't nobody equipped to do a damn thing about nothing. Even in their own families, they say they sit little girls across the street, across the table from uncles and cousins that done touched them, but they ain't equipped to do nothing about it. You know? Ain't no men around to tell. A lot of them times they telling grandma. Grandma say, hey, cousin done been through enough. Don't embarrass this family. So a little girl is made to hate every man she come across because one man was a cousin and took her innocence. A lot of this shit happens all the time. They blame men for everything. But behind this shit, there's always a woman covering it up. Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly allegedly had a female with him. There's always a female behind all of this stuff. That you can't get this shit accomplished without a female accomplished and some no good, sorry ass Negroes that go with you. But I want y'all to see this. Because in the room with Day 26, there was guys and girls when they grab on that. When P. Diddy grabbed on that boy down on his Johnson, there was guys and girls sitting right in the room. And it's a shame. But they say, Kwame, why you always be by yourself? Shit, it's hard to trust somebody when you see what you done seen. When you heard what you heard and you know what you know. Fair you.
Take me through the incident that happened at Fashion Week that led to you and Dunn breaking up.
Yeah, so I was in Rochester, New York. I get a call from Diddy Stylist. He's like, I need you in Fashion Week to do some events, to make some money. That's what artists do. We go to events, we take pictures, for the media, for the blogs. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad to be a part of it. So I get to New York, Harlem. I'm in this place. We smoked some weed, had a few regular drinks. I get dressed to go to the event. He comes out with this strange green bottle with some other liquor, and I glanced at the bottle and it read acid. Now, I did my research after it happened what acid was, Acid is a date drink. It's like green. It's like whatever the fuck it is. It's a date drink. So he poured it in my drink. I innocently drunk it. Go, drunk the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. I go to the event. When I get to the event, I don't feel right, man. Like I'm like feeling like woozy, and I start like spinning, and because I can't handle these heavy drugs, whatever the case. My body doesn't handle it well. I started spinning. The spinning got serious, and next thing you know, he makes a signal to get me. The stylist makes a signal to get me out the event club. I blank out. Next thing you know, I wake up and I'm naked in the stylist's bed, holding myself like this, stuck like this, as if a snake had bitten me, and I was unconscious and paralyzed. And I couldn't move. So and I couldn't speak. So he was verbally assaulting me. Not verbally, verbally and aggressively, verbally and aggressively assaulting me, telling me, shut the fuck up, and saying all this crazy shit. And I was saying, please stop. I was mumbling the shit, like, please stop, while I was holding myself. And then it just got, I don't want to go into the details of what the assault really, what took place, man, but it was very aggressive and it was painful, bro. And I've never felt like pain like that in my life. Like I was taken advantage of, and I feel like if I had a gun, I would have shot him in his fucking head. If I could.
That's a shame. That is a shame. Now, see, people play with grape of young males. They think it's funny. They think that's okay. They glorify it in the jails. They talk about it as if it's just a natural, normal thing. When people don't understand, grape of a young man, especially where they're going at, is I don't know. I don't want to say worse because I don't want to make that experience seem of them are terrible. But I'm just thinking about going. It's some women that don't want something up their anal cavity. You can have all kind of issues if somebody busts your backside out. It's not made to go there. Things are made to come out. But if that's the lifestyle you want, hey. But to take that from somebody, to force that upon anybody, any type of grape, to force that upon anybody, that's crazy. That's crazy. And we don't talk about it enough. We only want to talk about one gender getting grape. And increasingly, these little boys are being sought after by older men. You got these guys afraid to call it out when these guys get aggressive with them or flirt with them a little too much. See, I'll fuck around and slap shit out you. I ain't gonna lie. Back the fuck up off me. I had to tell a basketball player that one day, hey, man, back up out my goddamn ear like that. You niggas be, I don't get all close. Don't get close like that. What the fuck are we doing? We got to make it okay to be heterosexual without no penalty, without no punishment, without saying we disrespecting somebody else. No, you got to respect heterosexuals just like you got to respect gay people and anybody else. They always talk about this room for inclusive and inclusion, but as soon as somebody heterosexual say, hey, man, give me 50 feet, motherfucker, or it's going to be a problem. Then it's, oh, he toxic. These guys play bunky games, and that's how they become famous. If this guy would have accepted whatever allegedly happened to him, he would be a star. But your body, if that's not who you are as a person, you can never accept that. That's why a lot of these guys go crazy. You can't just join a lifestyle for money. You're gonna have there's gonna be side effects to that. It's unnatural. You're going to have side effects to going against your order, God's order for money. If that's not who you are, you're not going to feel comfortable with that. I don't give a damn how much money they offer you. Somebody done split you, boy. You ain't going to feel the same. The children are the most unprotected group in America as a whole. People really don't give a F. Really give a dang about these little boys. No, they don't. And the girls, that's why so many things be happening. So many of them missing. Yeah, well, the first thing happened is they take natural protectors out the way. And there's no knock to women. It's certain shit my little daughter can't put on around me. She not wearing no motherfucking yoga pants. She ain't wearing no stretch pants. For what? You already wearing that shit getting hit by anybody that just look at your ass. So you're not putting that on my daughter. You want to look like, I believe what Rev Ron said. I want my child to be addressed. I want her to dress the way she wants to be addressed. You dress a certain way, you go in there like Dr. Cheney or whatever her name is, somebody might say, hey, yo, bitch. Because you don't respect yourself. They ain't going to look at it like that. You in the club talking about I'm a doctor and you walk around with panties and a damn see-through secret or whatever outfit that was. All I'm thinking about is bending you over. I don't want to hear nothing about no doctor. And that doctor shit is overblown anyway. Are you an MD doctor? No. Boy, mother trucker get a doctor degree, boy, they go to acting up. Salute to you, Mr. Carr. They go to acting up, man. And then they want to act like everybody toxic because we know what's going on. Me personally, I ain't thinking about now. One of my baby moms, what I talk about is my children. I ain't thinking about how you raising and none of that. If I'm questioning something, I would do that in a marriage. Raise your hand, married men, if you judge something that your daughters was doing in front of your wife. If you sat your wife down and say, hey, I don't want my daughter wearing lipstick. She's too damn young for that. I don't want my daughter wearing makeup. I don't want her wearing that. I don't want her shirt cut too low. Married men are going to do that. And if we was married up under a union, it wouldn't even be a fucking conversation. She not wearing that shit. Get out my face. Because that's what's needed. And these little boys, they would have had a damn wrench in their hand. They would have been thinking about something else other than being so damn famous and playing the Look at Me show, that they'd be too busy trying to make some damn money and working to be worried about somebody bending them over for them to be famous. See, when you take away real uncles and daddies and people that invalidate men based on social status, that's of female nature. Oh, I'm an A-list celebrity. I'm an A-list till you get punched in your goddamn mouth. Then what are you? You just somebody who bleed. Talking about A-list this, B-list that. Man, you better wake up and smell the coffee. Nigga, you gonna get hit with that same embalming fluid that everybody else get hit with. Yes, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the greatest of the world, gonna get hit with the same embalming fluid that Kwame Brown the bus get hit with when we both go. They don't got no celebrity embalming fluid. They don't got no celebrity graveyards or celebrity caskets. It might cost a little more, but ashes to ashes and dust to dust, mother trucker. So believe in all that fake shit now. But this man life is ruined, or I ain't gonna say ruined because God got a plan for him. But this young man's life has been seriously altered because of trauma. And we got such a lust for celebrities that we don't even want to believe it. We actually aid in a bit. We actually assist celebrities into doing what they're doing. Because all you got to do is like them. Oh, boy, you'll fight so hard about a celebrity you like. Oh, man. Certain celebrities, you don't even want to hear the information. Let a man say Beyonce did something to him. Oh, man, you liked it anyway. It don't even matter if Beyonce raped you. You should be happy. You shouldn't be telling no police. That's how they rationalize it. And then when you flip it back on the other side, well, okay, what man y'all think fine? But okay, so what if he take it from you? You still think he fine? Hell no, because you still should have a choice. things we say, we starting to make justice a gender. We starting to make justice a group. We got all kind of laws for certain groups. But our black men, we the only group don't got no law. We can get slapped in our face by a woman. We told to stay there. A police officer wouldn't do a damn thing if a girl slapped me in my face right in front of them. They'll look at me like, what? You a man. But let me slap the cowgirl shit out of her. And then it's time to go to jail. Because somehow violence ain't violence unless a man do it. It's weird. The whole world is upside down because nobody want to follow order. It's against a man's nature to have to deal with this type of shit. A real man. I'm not talking about somebody who's saying that this is the lifestyle they choose. You choose what you want to choose. But if a man don't choose this, to have this forced on you is crazy. And to have people that are complicit, to have people around talking about they love this boy. If Danny Duquesne, I look at them different. Whoever was in the room when this young man got his penis touched, I don't look at them the same. I would never feel comfortable around these people. I know the people I come with anywhere, if they see something out of pocket, if I'm ever inebriated, the people I'm around, if you do some silly shit like that, boy, they going up. And it ain't got to be a Tuesday. They going up. You don't do nothing like that. That's the way of the world now. Get somebody sleep, get somebody out of pocket, and take advantage of. Unless you offset and you set your damn self up. He must be offset for real, because ain't nowhere in the good googly movie I'm going to sleep around Selena Powell. She done showed you who the hell she was. She just exposed Lil Meech a month ago. And somebody, we always talking these cliche sayings, that somebody show you who they are, believe them. Any guy that sleep with Selena at this point, you know you're going on the Summer Jam screen. You know what I mean? As soon as you put it in, just know she gonna tell everybody. I don't know if she marking her territory or just letting everybody know who got the alleged blooker. Cause the amount of goddamn rappers she done been with, something might be going on. I don't know. So maybe she marking the people that got that blooker, so everybody can know. But the amount of rappers that done been with her, goddamn near everybody done got that blooker. And that's the sad reality of the situation. You done ran into a broad that done hit a celebrity. And you already know how things work. If all these celebrities sleeping with the same goddamn on people, and then all the girls in the world want to sleep with a celebrity, and then they go get something from said celebrity, and they bring it back home and every damn body else around town. Shit is sad. All because they love celebrities.
If I could reach that gun from being stuck like this, you know what I'm saying? And fast forward the next day, I still was under the influence. That's when I got out of the house and went to New York City where Dawn was at, because she was in there for Fashion Week too. And I told her what the stylist had did to me, that he assaulted me. And I needed help. I just needed help. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, so shout out to Dawn. She wasn't there. So I'll make sure I'll say that on record. Dawn wasn't there. But the people who was there, fuck them. But Dawn, not you, boo. You wasn't there.
And she went with me over to his house. We went back to Harlem, went to his house, confronted him. He tried to play like the shit was consensual. So me and him about to fight and argue. I'm like, yo, what the you saying this was consensual? You ain't telling that you poured that shit in my drink? So I'm like going crazy. We arguing. We get out of her house. We go back to Rochester. We're talking to my parents. And Dawn's like, oh, Q's gay. Q's gay. And my mother asked me, she was like, Q, are you gay? I was like, Mom, no. I said, Mom, this man assaulted me and took advantage of me. I said, I did not have consensual sex with him. And Dawn didn't believe me still. And she went, that's kind of like the time we had broke up. And she went, I know when we next time I saw her, she was on the radio talking to Sway or something, saying that I cheated on her. And she started telling people, you know how you, this is what I mean behind the scenes. You know how you could talk on the radio and not say something live, but then behind the scenes when the radio cut off, we having a conversation like, oh yeah, that, yeah, you know what I'm saying, spilling all kind of tea and shit. That's what I'm saying behind the scenes. That's what she did. And I don't like that because, you know, I would appreciate if she just been like, you was assaulted. She was assaulted and this is what happened. Not I cheated on you, because I did not cheat on you. I was assaulted. And I told you when.
Wait, so instead of Don, is he saying instead of Don standing with him and saying the truth, she broke up with him by saying he cheated on her? Is that what he just said? Kwame, everyone that she exposed, she get with the right, she get them right afterwards. Look at Snoop. She dog walked him plenty of time. Man, this shit's sad. So, see, that's why, man, it's hard. Man. See, that's what they do, man. That's how the industry works. Like, that's how that little boy Gil got all the money he got right now. He went after me. So the people that don't like me for the things that I'm saying, like Lil Nas X sliding down to the devils, you know what? That's bad for business. So if somebody's attacking me, let me pay that guy a lot of money to keep the attacks going. If I'm saying stars are not born, they're created. I'm saying LeBron's not the GOAT. I'm saying all the things that are true. So what they do is they offer the people around you something. So that's why it's hard to have people around you, especially when you're saying things that are not favorable in the mainstream. Because what they'll do is, and people understand that. They can feel that energy. So they'll place themselves around you so that they can get the calls that you're not taking. And you never know. That person right next to you could be getting something just so they can, you know, keep tabs on you. Self a lot, and if motherfuckers start moving funny, I'll start watching them. As soon as they start moving funny, I'll start watching them. Unbeknownst to them, I'm watching close.
And I was assaulted when it happened. So I didn't cheat on you. I didn't do that to you. So that's why I was talking earlier about the whole cheating part, where I want to fast forward now to this part. You know,
I still think you ain't shit, Don. If what he's saying is true, I think you ain't shit, Don. Sorry, I wouldn't be no more talking after that. I would be a holy cross motion my brother used to proceed to take action on that stylist. Well, I just pray to God I'm never placed in that situation. Yeah, because this is an unfortunate situation for any person to be in.
no, I ain't cheat on her. That's wrong. That's the wrong narrative. I would never do that. I would ask my girl if I want to do something in a relationship. I ask my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what I want to do. You down? What's up, babe? You down? If not, then cool. If she don't want to do it, then I don't need to be doing it. But if she down, let's go.
And you said that you woke up the next day in pain?
Of course. I experienced the pain. Woke up next day in pain. I was getting in pain, telling them to stop. And I know it kind of sounds kind of funny, but it ain't funny, bro. Like when you are stuck like this, you're holding yourself, trying to move. You can't move, bro. Like that's stuck. And someone's taking advantage of you, like when you can't move. Worse than being waking up out of your sleep. I'm talking about I'm being stuck here, like asking the predator to stop hurting me. And he tells you to shut the fuck up. That's the stylist. Yeah. So it's I wanted to be on site with that dude. Like, I mean, no, I'm not spreading violence. I'm not spreading violence. But that's what I really want, bro. Like to see this guy now that I'm talking about this and take accountability and being transparent and just talking about this. I want to like just punch that dude. Like, yo, don't you ever, anybody get in their mind that they cross the line with me like that ever again. I will fuck you up.
Where was Diddy when this took place?
He was doing some dirty money stuff. He was still doing Dirty Money. So this is the beginning stages of when I was a part of Dirty Money. That's why I thought all this shit was being like set up or something. It was weird. Like these niggas trying to haze me or something.
And you said that Diddy stylist, he's the one that did this to you.
Yeah, his stylist. He got a lot of stylists now. Y'all gonna have to try to figure it out.
But did you tell Diddy what happened to you?
I don't have a relationship like that with Diddy to tell him like something like that happened.
But that's a stylist, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure she told the narrative to her team of people that was there because he was styling for them.
I hate to hear that, man. Terrible.
No, it's totally fine. But I wanted to finally talk about it because like I'm tired of like living in silence, hiding from that because I'm not afraid to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of men don't talk about things like that. And I ain't no fucking victim. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't make a joke, whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. I'm not a victim. But what I will say is it's not right to take advantage of somebody younger than you. That's not right. And when someone takes advantage of someone younger, it's important for us to speak up. No matter how long it takes, it's very important to speak up because that dark depression, that mental health that wells down on us can kill us. It can hurt us, it can damage us. And it's because of something that an adult has done to somebody younger. And that's stuff that adults don't like to take accountability for things that happen and take accountability for these kids that grow up in a society that do crazy things because they're following these adults. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy, man.
You're right about that. It's a lot of people, a lot of adults setting a horrible example. You know, it's a lot of 50-year-old men that don't even work. They just sit around talk shit all day. That's their job. Their job is to talk noise about another black dude that they feel they better than. But it's weird. I got a dude that's been talking about me. I think he got a 3-day straight lie. He started off with 24, but that ain't enough. Nigga going on dinner dates with my live playing with men. He going on dinner dates with men, not with his girl. Unbelievable, man. This deep. Oh no. I told you, bro. That's why they attack me so much. Kwame, why you don't want to hang with no celebrity? For what? For what? If I want to be a whoremonger, I can be that by myself. If I want to, I damn sure ain't trying to entertain none of the bunkie games these guys be into. And I don't want to be famous. So for what? I hang with the people I'm supposed to hang with. The business men and women of the world. Everybody else, that's a waste of my time. You know. Unless they own what I'm on. We can't play basketball right now. So what we gonna talk about? Yeah, I don't go to the strip club like that no more. So what we gonna really talk about? I'm gonna be talking like I'm Chinese, and you gonna be goddamn not understanding nothing I'm saying. But this is sad. This is sad, B. Yeah, he had dinner dates with dudes, man. He on a dinner date with guys. That's what they do. Suggestion. What the hell? Oh, let me finish this.
It's crazy.
Terrible, man. And that's the reason why you and Dawn broke up. She feels like you intentionally had relations with the guy.
Yes, she thinks I intentionally slept with him. Yeah, he took advantage. That's crazy. That's so fucked up, bro. Like, I'm glad I read the Bible and did my research with asset is. I'm like, yo, okay, this is you. Oh, okay.
If you roll up in a $200,000 Porsche 911 Turbo, but
Is this the one about Diddy? I think this the one about Diddy.
Former show, she came out in defense of Dunn over a story you told about how you was drugged in the Hamptons, and it went viral. You know, her coming out. If you can, for the people that haven't heard the story, can you give us a play-by-play?
Okay, and okay, so I do go through mental health because of this situation. So I get a shot in my arm every month to keep me calm and to keep anxiety and my thinking regularly. So okay, we were in the studio, and you know, Puff's like, he's a different. I think he was very high at the time. He wasn't sober. And he's like, we're about to go to the Hamptons, and it was weird because we never really like stayed the night with them, you know, before. It was just weird. Like, okay, we about to go to the Hamptons. What's about to happen in the Hamptons? This is weird. So we get in the road, and they're speeding very, very fast in these cars, these SUVs, to the Hamptons. So we get there, walk through the house, get to the backyard. I remember Dawn calling me over to her near the pool area, and she's like, "Oh, is this 2 red pills?" She was like, "Oh, this ecstasy," and she was like, "One's for you and one for me, and it's from Puff." So I'm like excited, and then, okay, I take accountability here. I'm gonna slow down. I do take accountability for taking a drug. I was about 22, 21. I was young, but I take accountability. You know what I mean? Because I had a choice. I couldn't have had taken that. You know what I'm saying? But I was insisted that it was something that it really turned out to be something else. So I thought I was taking something, and I trusted my girl.
Don't trust nobody, bro. I'm pretty sure you learned that lesson now, but I don't understand why would you not just go get your own shit. And you said Don there? This time I think he's saying Don is there. He's saying he trusted his girl. So let's hear it again.
It really turned out to be something else. So I thought I was taking something, and I trusted my girl at the time, because I'm like, yo, we about to get freaky. That's what X does to me. It keeps me up. When I tried it before, it doesn't put me. I'm going to the story. It doesn't put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's like an upper thing. So I take the pill.
Kids, don't do drugs. Do not do drugs.
I took mine. I didn't see her take hers. I take mine. About 20 minutes later, I know we were like chilling. I'm in shorts now because we're in a jacuzzi. So we're in the jacuzzi. I get really, really, really hot. It was Puff in the jacuzzi, Cassie and Dawn and me. I believe it was Kalina and her husband. We were all just in the pool area. And I get really, really hot. I remember I started to panic all of a sudden and get paranoid on whatever they had gave me. So there's a video of me getting real paranoid. And I do take this back. Chef was in the kitchen cooking, and she saw me when I started to lose my mind a little bit. She was there, but I'm thinking like, I don't remember her, because the effect that the pill did to me, it makes me forget some things sometimes. Because the pill turned out to be not ecstasy, it turned out to be a horse tranquilizer pill. So rewind, I'm like panicking in the mode. Next thing you know, I know I was in shorts because I jumped in a pool. When I jumped in a pool, I don't remember nothing after that. All I know I remember is I woke up in the basement downstairs in the dark. So when I was down there, I don't know who brought me down there and who put on pants on me because I was in shorts.
Hold up, man. What in the hell did he just say? Hold on, bro.
Because the pill turned out to be not ecstasy, it turned out to be a horse tranquilizer pill. So rewind, I'm like panicking in the mode. Next thing you know, I know I was in shorts because I jumped in a pool. When I jumped in a pool, I don't remember nothing after that. All I know I remember is I woke up in the basement downstairs in the dark. So when I was down there, I don't know who brought me down there and who put on pants on me because I was in shorts. So whoever brought me down there had put on some pants on me. I don't know, whoever it was. I don't know, because I was out of it. And then as you see, I wake up in the video like screaming or whatever out of my sleep. And you can say it's a joke, you could say it's a prank, you could say whatever the hell you want to say it is, like looking at the video, but I didn't take it like that because I was in the dark for like 7 hours. That video just shows them going downstairs checking on me. I got paranoid and really high and blanked out 7 hours earlier during the daytime. So I was down there all that time, and that's when you guys decided to check on me. You know, I think that's kind of like fucked up. And number two, I'm like, well, why wasn't Dawn down there? Or excuse me, I mean say her name. Why wasn't my ex down there with me because Kalina was there with her husband, Cassie was there with her guy. You know, there was a producer there with his girl.
Well, it's safe to say she might have been, you know, with somebody else. You know, that might have been, you know, how they got you through her. I don't know. I'm just saying. She want to get paid. She got a vested interest that she want to get to. So maybe, you know, she served you up on a platter. I don't know.
Bro, why wasn't she there with me when I was out of it like that? You know what I mean? I felt so like vulnerable. I felt like so like alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt set up because it just didn't feel right. Like everybody was with their piece, and my girl at the time was upstairs. Whatever she was doing. You know what I'm saying? While I'm under the influence, I could have like died in my sleep. You know, not to get dramatic like that, but I thought I was taking ecstasy.
Bro, if your girl was upstairs and you was down there sick, what you think happened, bro? Like, come on, man. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. You sick, your girl not helping you. She with somebody else, or let's just say she up there asleep, if that makes sense. She up there asleep. You sick. Does that sound like what a normal girl would do when their man is sick? Does that sound like what a normal, loving woman would do? No, it don't sound like what a normal woman would do. So it sounds like she set you up.
See, you know, I didn't know I was about to fall out and go to sleep like that. I could have like had a heart attack or anything because that pill was very, very, very strong. And as you can see, when I woke up, people say, "Oh, he's not sweating," and this and that in the video. Well, I was sweating. Like I said, that's 7 hours later. So if I jumped in the pool with my shirt on and laid there, of course, if you guys checked me immediately, I would have looked wet like from the pool. But that's 7 hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how 7 hours later I'm still soaked, you know, and sweat. You know what I mean? Like paranoid. And then I go and I say sacrificial. When I talk about sacrifice and all that stuff, you know, to me, it felt like I was being harmed. And I use the word sacrifice because that's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? Being in the dark for that long and then being waking up out of my sleep to someone screaming. And then it looks like, you know, I looked at the video, it looks like his hand went across my my private area and stuff. It just looked very, very, all that shit just looked weird to me, man. And it just felt wrong and I felt violated. And I didn't ask for that. You know, I didn't ask to be, hey.
It definitely looked like his hand went across your private area. Yeah. That definitely looked like it happened. So this guy is speaking about 2 incidents. It sounds like 2 separate incidents. I don't know. If something happened to me, let's just say if something would have happened to me the first time and it was associated with Diddy and the people that surround him, it wouldn't have been no second time. I can tell you that. I would have got the memo. These ain't no some bitches I want to be around. Like, I would have got that memo so quick. How do you go back around people that's like that? I don't get it. I'm not trying to victim blame. Like, how broke was he? Was you eating out the trash can broke? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what level of desperation are these people at? How the saying go, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So F him once, shame on you. F him twice, you know what I'm saying? Shame on him. And then it won't be a third or something like that. I don't know. But this is crazy, man. Why do they keep going back? I'm not trying to blame. You say that's logic, not blaming nobody. Yeah, because today and age, oh my God, he's victim blaming. Well, maybe it's a man, so they won't say that. But man, this is annoying. Like, I don't. I will say this. I especially don't like it when it's a man saying this type of stuff because I really want to ask him as a young man, how could you prevent another young boy from going through this same or similar situation? What advice would you give? How much money is enough money? You know, and why would you go around him a second time if something already happened the first time? Like, those questions need to be answered. Like, you can't just do an interview with me and tell me everything happened to you as if you don't have no say-so in the matter. If this other situation happened prior to this Hampton situation, why were you around them the second time? Is what I want to know.
You know, I was the youngest one there. I was in that man's residence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was under his what is it called? Excuse me. I was under his supervision. You know what I'm saying? That's his place. You know, when you saw me losing my mind, y'all should have like called the ambulance or something instead of putting me to sleep to try to like calm everything down. I mean, it just could have been so much better. I mean, I would have felt so much more comfortable if it was done a different type of way, but I feel like it was just all set up and fucked up, man.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
And now I have to go to mental health every month and get a shot in my arm and shit, like I told you earlier, because I dealt with trauma of someone trying to hurt me when I got home. I started hearing.
He has to get a shot in his arm every month. If he get a shot in his arm, what is that shot? Does anybody know what they give these people? If they giving him a shot, what shot would he be taking, y'all? Anybody know? What type of shot would he be taking? Anybody in that field that got a guess, let me know. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Let me go on mute.
Hearing voices in my head from the effect of the horse tranquilizer pill. I started hearing voices in my head, and the voices were telling me that, you know, not to sound extreme, but that's what the voices said, that Puff was going to kill me or they were going to kill me. You know, I thought everybody that were down there that laughed in that video were trying to hurt me. And it might sound kiddyish to y'all, but to me at the time I was 21, you know, and my mind still wasn't developing into a man, older guy yet. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all kind of like misscrewed a couple of things. It put me in a child's mentality, if I can say that. The pill put me back into a child's mentality to where even now I have to be aware of how I'm speaking sometimes, because I come off like I'm talking like a kid. Sometimes people say that my terminology and the way my vocabulary is now is different than when I was.
Hey, it always be somebody trying to tell you what they got going on, knowing they lying. We don't care over here, okay? We know you cap. All right? We don't want to hear cap over here. Hey, I just signed a deal, y'all. Look at me. I got money. More money, y'all. If you still with that big block, let us know when you get rid of that. Well, anyway, young man, I think you should do away with all the pills. I think pills got you into this mess, and I don't think pills are going to get you out of it. That's just my opinion. I think you need to go to God. I think you need to pray. And if you truly take in God in your life, you won't need those pills no more. You know, because you'll forgive yourself, forgive everybody around, and you'll stay away from that type of lifestyle, and then you won't need pills. That's just my opinion. I think pills got you in this mess, and I don't see how they're going to get you out of it. That's just me, though.
Before I got the horse tranquilizer or the trauma and shit from this guy and Dawn, man. So yeah, it's crazy. It really broke me down to where I was hospitalized numerous of times. I would run out my house and like with screwdrivers and stuff, man, and like stab up the trees, bro. And I would be so scared because I would think someone was coming to harm me. And I put in my mind, like, y'all not gonna harm me. Like, if you're gonna harm me, I'm gonna harm you first. Like, I started thinking like a soldier. I started thinking like, you know, you're not gonna take me down. I gotta take you down. Because those voices in my head were saying, oh, they're coming to get you. Oh, they're about to come get you, or you know what I mean?
And I feel his pain, man, because if what happened to him allegedly would have happened to me, I would have been hearing voices too. And I don't think he was hearing voices. I think he was reenacting what happened to him. That's a trauma that happened to this man, allegedly.
Because what it was done to me felt like, you know, honestly, it felt like, you know, something tried to take my soul or something. I don't know. That's what it felt like. It just felt that ritual and demonic. And I know people look at the video and some people don't see anything, but I see a lot. You know, I hear Cassie say, "Oh, you were pissed." Okay, where's that video of me before when I was pissed, going crazy, losing my mind? Here's my thing with Chef. I'm like, Chef, if you saw me lose my mind, why didn't you ever reach out to me and try to help me and tell me that I'm not going crazy and just making up things? You know what I'm saying? Why did you like just jump to the fence and say that, you know, oh, you were there and day 26 was there and as if I'm lying, you know what I'm saying? As if I'm not telling the truth. I didn't like that at all. And I ain't trying to play the victim because I'm a victor, bro. But I just didn't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If you were there, then reach out to me, you know, off the internet. Really reach out to me. Why? I didn't know you reached out to Homeland Security and did all this. I didn't know this crazy shit. Here I am being silent about everything because I want peace. But you know what I'm saying? It's not right. You know, when people are lying and saying that it didn't happen when it happened. And that's where I'm at with it.
Great day. Man. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think this happened? Do you think this is just another person who wants some moolah? What's going on? It don't sound like he just want no money to me. If I really had to be honest, it doesn't sound like this kid, this young man, is just about money. It sounds like something happened to this boy. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying I was there or I can pinpoint, but it's damn sure seemed like something happened. That's all I can say. You feel me? I said, damn sure seemed like something happened. Is he telling the story? Oh man, look. He told a hellacious story that I can't corroborate. I can't confirm or deny his story. But I do know one thing. It's a hell of a story. You know? It's a hell of a story. Oh, it's another. Hold on, it's another damn story. Y'all thought it was over, huh? It gets worse. Let me switch accounts. I don't know why I'm on this account. Yeah, I had him. I said, boy, they over there farting and stinking. Let me go to this live. Let me go to. Okay. There we go. Y'all got to hear this story, man. Schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Therefore, I understand that he needs. Oh, okay. He was diagnosed with it. Okay. I didn't know he was diagnosed with something. If he was diagnosed with that, then he need those medicines.
So I'm like, sheesh. I said, okay. So he said, just make sure you hold them down.
Did y'all hear this story? Y'all let me know if y'all heard this story. This is the best friend of Will. This is one of Will's longtime friends that they're saying is not his friend. That a lot of people, even D.L. Hughley, confirmed that this guy is definitely a friend. So here it is. This gentleman is up here saying that Will Smith, allegedly did some things to some other people, to some artists. And also, you see also in the news, Tyler Perry is in there for the second time with a guy that he allegedly, tried to pay for some activities. So for those of you who thought I was so wrong and just jealous and just angry and just drunk and just all the negative things you said about me, you're hearing people come up here now and start to testify, start to talk about what they've been through and what they've gone through. Yeah, they starting to talk about it. So let's hear this man's story. Since I'm so angry, I'm so this, I'm so that. I guess they're gonna make up a story about everybody who comes out and say something against the mainstream disgustings. But let's go.
Because he was like, Charlie Mack is not going to be able to be there because him and Charlie had something else going on, right? Okay. So I said, well, listen, let me close out what I'm doing, right? And I told Will, with some of my sponsors, I'm going to need you to do me a video or something to just let them know I'm working on a special project with you, and then it'll be beneficial for them in the future, right? So I'm covering all my grounds, right? So, and I said, I need some time before the show starts for me to make it out there to close everything down. So I arrived in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on, right? So I'm like, so I pull him to the side, right? And I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on.
For the people in the back that didn't hear this, man, let me play that again.
He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea.
Now here's a young man claiming that I guess Will Smith was sending him down there to be the personal assistant, aka cleaner, aka watch this little joker we just touched allegedly. And the guy is having episodes because he was violated allegedly. And the guy nutted up and he said this in front of this dude. Allegedly. Look at Tasha K. Mouth like, what? And they're shocked by this, but this is how the elite and the celebrities look at you. They look at you as cattle. They look at you as things that are underneath them. And you're just there for them to have fun with. You're a play toy. And it's disgusting, but this is what it is. And these guys get taken down through there and they are forced to take the payout or be shamed or could get nothing. Do you know how many people that try to come out against these people and they get nothing out of it because these people are powerful. They pay the people that's around them to lie and go against them. If you got a cousin and you got a friend, I know I got a cousin that if they offer some money, he'll say, Kwame, a damn lie. I'm his cousin. You know, and it's sad, man. This is a, believe it or not, this is an occurrence that happens more often than you actually think.
Idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my hug and I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come.
Is this true?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. Let me get to the paperwork. So at this point, I'm crying because I feel his pain. Like I can kind of tell when somebody phony and all, but it was the pain where the snot was coming out his nose. His nose was bleeding. He in the corner screaming, balled up, right? Like I could feel his pain, like he had been raped, like he had been forced to do something.
Man, if a dude crying so hard his nose bleeding, I tend to believe. Yeah, if somebody crying so hard that they nose bleeding, I tend to believe that person. I'm sorry. Nose bleeding, crying, and snotting, I believe. I'm sorry.
You understand what I'm saying? So I said, well, listen, let me find out what's going on. He said, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Right. So I'm like, yes. I'm like, yo, just relax. I said, everything gonna be okay. You know? And he was like, no, they're gonna get me if I say something. They're gonna get me if I, like, he's spazzing. Right. So he calmed down after a couple of days. I reached out to Charlie Mack, who was managing the ball. So Charlie, Charlie was managing Yaz.
Oh.
So Charlie is the one that brought Yaz to Will. Now, okay, so let me stay within the story. So I reached out to Charlie. I said, listen, I said, Yaz is going crazy. He's saying that Will raped him, and he said Diddy made him suck his penis, right? So he was like, what? He was like, yeah, oh yeah. He was like,
think he'll talk about it? You think Yaz will talk about it?
I don't. As I finish the story,
Okay,
you judge, right? Okay. So now so all this is speculation right now. Ain't no paperwork involved, right? Okay. So now Charlie flies down there, boom, 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 and he tells me, listen, man, I had a talk with Yaz, whatever the case may be. Everything is cool or whatever, right? So about a week later, he spazzes out again, right? I knew you was going to say something, right? I'm like, Yaz, how can I not say something? You said you were raped, and you said Diddy made you suck his penis. This is what you told. I said, dude, this is criminal, right? So
Great, YouTube, great. But who is this dude that they talking about? Yasmin Brian. What, hold on, what is his name? I gotta see if I can type that in. Hold on. Let me pull over. Yasmin B-R-Y. And Charlie Mack, I seen what he looked like. That's crazy. Oh, the little light-skinned dude. Oh, that's fucked up. The little actor off Empire. I just seen his picture. Damn. Damn, man. That's crazy. Man, that's crazy.
allegedly, he told me they took care of it. So whenever Charlie Mack came down, I think they gave him some money, whatever they promised him, right? So as time go on, he's still having effects from being raped. He's still having effects of alleged
Okay.
and allege of sucking Diddy's penis in the studio.
Allegedly.
Yeah, all allegedly at this point. So now, so I had to leave the show because he was just acting irate. Like his behavior got so diabolical and so repugnant that I couldn't even be around it. Right. So as I was leaving, and he knew I was leaving,
Let me say this, man. All the people that's defending Diddy and talking about you tearing down a black man, if he did the things that he's alleged to have been doing to these black men, you guys ought to seriously take a look in the mirror. You got to seriously take a look in the mirror and ask yourself who you are as a person. Because if you rocking with somebody that could do that to another person, who the fuck are you? If you rocking with somebody, I don't even rock with people. If there's an allegation like that, how do you get the allegation that you forced a man to do something like that? Like, I understand celebrity crap. I get it. But if you got Will Smith friends saying it seemed like something happened to this man, why can't the public, try to get to the bottom of this? What happened to real journalists? Y'all got people running around here just doing things to people, whatever they want to do to them, and forcing them to be quiet. Man, that's crazy, man. Nothing ever happened. Just give them a little money. That's why I'm glad I don't give a fuck about money like that.
actually was hurt that I was leaving. And he started telling everybody on set what was going on, that I knew that Will and Diddy allegedly raped him.
Oh,
okay, so now I got to get my lawyers involved. Now we come to paperwork, right? So I let him know that I was going to sue him. That's number one.
So
sue Yaz. Because two things happened. Number one, the money he was supposed to pay, he didn't pay me.
Okay, this is getting deep. This is getting good. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this. This is wild, B. We're gonna do a part 2 on this because I'm gonna end this live. But like I said, stars are not born; they are created. If these guys go along to get along, let these men penetrate them, have these little sex parties, they'll be famous forever. And it's disgusting. It's sad. Taking advantage of people like that. There's enough people out here that's gay and that's willing to give these people some. Why do that to people that don't want it? But hey, man, salute to y'all. I'll be back in the morning, later on in the morning. But I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.